I'm actually brewing on Wednesday. I know that most of you guys use this as an update. I really can't, I don't brew that much on the weekend because it's the only time I get to spend with the family. And I'm in school full time, so if I crunch my schoolwork, I can do brew on Wednesday. So today we're doing the Hokiehomebrew ESB yeast experiment. And like a hockey player, I had to adjust my pale malt down to 9 pounds because of my efficiency. So I have 9 pounds of Maris Otter, a pound of caramel 60, half a pound of caramel 120, and half a pound of wheat torrefied. And I did adjust the, I did get the message on the Fuggles at 5, that 1 ounce instead of 2. Mashing at 150, and my strike water is finishing the ramp up right now. Go ahead and add the mash stabilizer and the grains. Just give a peek at the grains here. So that's my grain bill. It's a small grain bill. I'm used to the, sorry, so close. I'm used to 10-gallon batches, so yeah, I've got some dough balls in this mother. Look at that one. I've been busting up dough balls left and right. It's worse than that wheat beer I made here a few days ago. It's Belgian wit. So I'll keep mashing this up. I just want to make another dough ball. Just want to make note of the dough balls. Quite a bit this time. Pretty much at temp, but the longer I stir that bad boy, the more I'm cooling off, like a ½ degree high. So I suspect by the time I'm done with the dough balls, I'll be right on the money. Yeah. So I'm putting the strike water is going in for a second time. I had to completely dump everything, all because of this. I had to completely dump everything, all because of this. Your system is only as good as its weakest link, right? Well, what happened was this, right at where it was clamped on, had somehow pulled back and pinched off, and there was a couple of grains caught in there. Completely stuck the mash. I couldn't clear it. I tried pushing air back through. Every time I did, the grains would come through because it was pinched off about like this, like a Chinese finger torture. So I completely redid it, but by the time I did that, the grains had dropped to 130 or some ridiculous amount, and I said, if it was for me, I would have put it back in and recirculated and said, you know, what the hell, let's give it a shot. But since it was this Hokie yeast experiment, I said, fuck it. I tossed it all, bought all new grains and fixed the mash tun, and off we go. Back in 150. What a day. What a day. The mash tun did not work perfectly this time. It collapsed right there. And like I said, I had to dump that out. Pretty disappointed about that. $25 worth of grain. Right in the compost pile. Plus it made a effing mess. So while this is doing its thing now, mash tun repaired, improved, I will be cleaning. Yeah. Some days it's not that fun. Oh, okay. Feel better? It's all clean. It's working. It's recirculating the way it should. I'm going to shut it off for a moment because it makes a little bit of noise. Actually, the music's louder probably. Holding at 150. Half hour into the mash. Yay, first runnings. Yummy! It smells awesome. Oh, okay. It's heating up the sparge water too while doing first runnings. It's becoming more fun now. Probably should grab a honey nut brown on the tap. Oh yeah, what's on tap? Oh, that would be the honey nut brown. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm from New England. Patriots, Celtics. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to do. Let's see if I can. It's not great. Maybe just a little on the carbonated side there. Let that bleed down a little. Force carbonated that overnight at 30 psi. It's probably a little high. It'll. I backed off the serving pressure a little, so it should back off a little. Still learning that whole kegging thing. I've been bottling for so long. This is really awesome. It's still fairly new, 3.5 weeks. I probably should let that thing. Oops! I should let that thing go a little longer. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that. It's fairly clear for a brown. I mean, you can't see through it, but you can tell it's clear. I know you can't see that, but you can see the bubbles coming up from the bottom. The head's got some staying power. Catch a whiff of honey, a very slight. Oh, that's good. Holy shit, that's good. I was worried I was getting into it a little too early. Mmm. Yummy. Holy shit. Okay, I got 2 beers up now. I've got my bottled APA, which cleaned out real nice. And this brown that I split with Dennis that I showed you, I think it was on my second video. That is a really good beer. I'm not picking up hardly any hop flavor at all. I think that's probably what the style suggests. Very faint, although still a little stuffy. That's probably not a fair assessment. I'm not picking up any hop on the nose. Mostly picking up a little of that caramel and a little hint of honey, but nothing overpowering. You're not tasting it in the beer. There's a slight bitterness on the back end. And it's a little creamy, which is not a lot creamy, just a little. I'm picking up no esters at all. Again, that might be my nose. Yum. Okay, batch spar gin. 168. Oh yeah, I'm starting to figure this thing out. Batch barge complete. And there we are. About 7 gallons, 7.14. I boil off quite a bit. This big pot, this wide pot, evaporates a shite load. I boil off like 1.5 gallons in an hour. Maybe more. Willamette. Leaf. 2 ounces. God, that is gorgeous. I love that smell. It's a little grassy, with a little slight citrus kick. It's nice. And that's going in first. 2 ounces. Still waiting for that to come up to boil. About 190 degrees. It's coming up quick. I'm gonna dig into my APA. Oh. I'll show that moving forward. Show that on my other video, but I never did show that before, so yeah, I just want to show you this. That's your hot break coming off. Protein rises to the top. I usually wait till it coagulates in the center or off to one side, but I pull this off. A lot of people let that fold back in. You're going to deal with it now, or you're going to deal with it when it cold breaks. It's just the protein coming to the surface, and this protein will do one of two things. Too much of it to create chill haze, not enough, you'll have no head on your beer. Thought I'd clarify that. So that's what I'm going to do. Continue to keep skimming that off instead of letting it fold back down inside. That's just what I do. I wanted to show this APA. You know, when you first pour it, there's a little bit of chill haze. But as soon as it sits out for a little bit, I don't know if you can see through that, it's pretty clear. And I don't filter my beer. And that is from, and I still get a pretty decent head, and I skim the protein off the top on my hot break. I've always done it. I even did it when I was doing extract. So it doesn't affect the head for me, but it does help with chill haze. You know, I get it initially when I pour, but then the beer clears out within a minute. So I don't know if it's chill haze as much as just the carbonation initially pulling out. Okay, rolling boil. Let's drop them hops down in there. Where'd mine? Use this one. Down, boy. Get in there. I like this recipe, Hokie. It's a good recipe. Smells awesome. I can't wait to try it. All right, 15 minutes. Fuggles. You can smell a little more acid in that. More like it's like the pine forest. It's good stuff. Anyway, in she goes. All right, 15 minutes left on the boil. Using the heat exchanger as a wort chiller, just running the pump out of the kettle, and then through the heat exchanger back into the kettle. Of course, it's not splashing because I don't want any hot side aeration. It's just stuck into the wort there. I do recirculate the pump right at boiling temperature before I put the water in to let that heat exchanger get purified and sterilized, pasteurized, however you want to say it. Carboy ready to receive. All right, I'm aerating through my HEPA filter, and don't fear the foam, I guess. But I'll let that aerate for about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll bring it inside and pitch the yeast and put the airlock on, and mission success. I wanted to show you, once it cooled off a little bit, she popped back up. So it's right at 1.060, right at target. See the 6 floating there. I don't know if you can see that. Bingo. My yeast, 1945, Neo Britannia. Let's mix that. All right. Rocking the baby.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah. Happy Brew Wednesday.